It looks as though the railway museum must be around here because there's some wheels in the middle of the roundabout. So we were near the railway museum. We might as well have a look in here today. Nice old carriages, look. I'll have a look inside. And when you walk in, there's a lot of food. I actually probably could have got away without paying. I could have walked straight in. Yeah, I probably could have got away without paying there. So anyway, that was 100 krone, which is about £10, probably £9. Yeah, there's you see there a bit of a canteen and that there, and most of the stuff is obviously outside. Like I say, you probably could have walked straight through. So I asked to buy a ticket, and then otherwise I could have just walked in, I'm sure. But we'll have a little look. So obviously that must have been a railway station here at some point, because you've got the turntable here and the workshops where that would have backed into. All looks original. Gavle. So maybe this was a station years ago. Maybe that was the station house. There's some old trains, I think they're 1950s them, maybe 60s. They would have, yeah, done diesel locomotive probably. Obviously they're just accommodation ones or seat passenger ones. Yeah, definitely looked like that must have been real. Can't imagine them making all this. That would have been hard work, wouldn't it? So it all joins up. That's the thing, to put the water in, because obviously the steam engines used a hell of a lot of water. This looks like just a mock-up of a traditional old school Swedish house. Oh yeah, look, they've got the old oven there with the wood. Some old furniture. Well, these old trains go on for quite a while, but I'm hoping that there's some good stuff to see. Oh. I've obviously got the electric lines still there for shunting them around. I'm assuming that they're still live. They look well maintained. And here's some early electric locomotives. I can't remember when they started making electric locomotives, but I'm sure it's in the 50s. Yeah, this back onto the proper train station by the looks of it. So these would have been 1950s. And maybe that would have been a bit later. Maybe that would have been 60s or 70s. But obviously they had electricity, so there's no reason why not. These is definitely electric. I know that was the late 40s, early 50s that the diesel started taking over from the steam. It was quite possible that these had earlier electric trains. You just don't know, do you? There's an old steamer over there, look. Oh yeah, look, there's the proper train station over there. You can see the modern locomotive, probably in use still, obviously. Oh yeah, look, there's another old electric locomotive. It's an early one. Don't seem to be allowed inside them. There's a few old carriages and industrial carriages there. They look like the ones during the war, don't they? What they took to Auschwitz. I don't think we can go in. No, they're all locked up, which is pretty obvious really, wasn't it? (888) 1955, there you go, look. So they are in the 50s. They had electric. I'm sure we had electric in the UK as well in the 50s, depending on what line. So these must be old 50s carriages, all locked down. Yeah, you can't get in now. On a couple of these trains, like Malmö, 1991. So that's not very old, it's just a carriage. 1991. 30 years old, I suppose, isn't it? It's the trouble, this time tick away quicker than what you think. You see the snow plough on the bottom. (110 tons). Look at that, 110 tons. Crazy. Can you see that? Well, there's another piece of the yard. That's either diesel or steam, but we'll go up to that one in a minute. This one would have definitely been steam. That's in a bad state of repair. (1917). I've got some old stationary engines, old like that. You see, it's a lot more basic, 12 ton. It's only that part. Oh, that's a boiler, so that's a boiler part. And so is this, them two bits are the same. Some old carriages. I don't think they date back just as old as them, but they might well do. They're only single wheels, but yeah, they must do that. They're old. No, they're not. I don't know. Yeah, 1976. Look, I didn't think they were so old. So they would have been old coal or what not, stone. Anything could have went in them, couldn't it? So these ones, I'm pretty sure these are diesel, because they've got no chimney or nothing. So these would have been big diesel engines in these. Yeah, that's why they're made to look a bit like a truck. Oh, that's just a fuel tank. Again, we can't really get in it. Like all diesel locomotives, they actually generated electricity and then propelled themselves along. That's hence the reason all the electric boards in there. That was the principle of the diesel train, was that the engine produced electricity, if you didn't know. Managed to have a look inside this one, look. Lo and behold, that's a Cummins, one of the greatest engines ever, and that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, straight 6 cylinder. That would have been some kind of low revving engine. Actually don't look like that's got I can't see, it doesn't look like it's got a generator in there, but it could do. There's a big gearbox anyway. Look at the size of that down there. So I don't really know. Very early. 1950s again, I suppose. This trailer's 1983, I noticed. And they're still in use. It seems as though they took that somewhere and loaded it up and brought it back. So that's nice, isn't it? This is another part of the yard, look, another shunting bit. So there's quite a lot here to see. Another service chamber. Another little shunter for the yard. We'll have a little look up here to see what there is. These are more early diesel locomotives. They're very small, they probably only went short distances or shunted stuff around the yard. They're obviously not big enough to do too much work, but you never know. This one's a lot bigger. Looks in good condition. Again, they're diesel. I can't see anything on them about the age of them or anything. 34 ton. No. This one's in a bit more worse repair. Probably does work there. It's funny how they made them look a bit like an old lorry, aren't they? Oh yes. So I would imagine that this one is just a shunter for the yard. It's got seats for everyone. Wow, it's even got a gearbox. So this actually, no doubt, is a derived lorry, because there's your old Peterbilt gearbox, look, and you can see there gears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you had a high-low ratio on the side there, so that's your first set. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So low, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, high, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that was on a lorry years ago. That is a lorry gearbox. And look at the dash. Straight out of a lorry. No doubt the cab is off a lorry as well. So, oh look, a Scania. Good old Swedish Scania. So no wonder that's still in operation. Scania is one of the best lorries around, isn't it? Should have noticed really, because it's on the side, look, a 111, whatever that means. So that was no doubt used for shunting around the yard until you got the bigger locomotive like that. Well, and like that. I mean, that thing's tiny, isn't it? I suppose that was for maintenance. Now we've got this one. This one's been nicely done up. That looks nice, doesn't it? And oh, I didn't realise, but there is trains inside as well. Can we go in? We paid, haven't we? No. But you can see things through the window there, look. So I've gone round the back and you can definitely see that's an old workshop. The old buildings are definitely original. I suppose they got outdated and they built another. The station there is now, they built up there, but look, you can see there's locomotives in there. Been nice to gone in there, but it's all locked up unless I can get round somewhere else. So there's an awful lot of stuff here, but you can't see it all. It's all locked away. Look like an old steamer in there, but again you can't really see it. There's a big snow plough that the train would have pushed in front of itself. And that's just a shame that we cannot get inside here, because there's some nice locomotives, steam engines, locked away, and unfortunately we can't get in there to see them. See it there, look? I was round the back a minute ago. That's not very good, is it? I'm a bit annoyed really about that. I'd like to have gone in there. Yeah, it's definitely all locked up. There's a bogey. You never know, one of these might be open. As I would like to go inside, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. There's another shunter. Oh, we can get in this one. Here we are, look. So the operator would have stood here, and he'd have operated this. He'd have released the brakes. This is probably the throttle. I'll turn it around actually so you can see better. So there was no sitting down in this one. This is just a yard shunter. No doubt that would have shunted across the wheel over there and pushed locomotives in and out, because obviously when they're not under steam they can't operate, can they? So these would have been your brakes on either side. So that maybe the brake is on or off, not too sure. This looked like that would have been the throttle. And there's a pair of air defenders in there, so no doubt that gets really noisy. And this is your gearbox. 1, 2, 3, 4. All old school heavy duty stuff. Signal. Maybe there's more than one person drive this. Who knows? Oh look, there's the chain gear for the wheels. No doubt, I don't know if they've been on that side or not. And there's the wheel that would have done the shunting. So this would have shunted out there and brought locomotives in, alright, I suppose. That looked like all the original workshop was in there, look. Sorry, the glass is a bit dirty. Don't know if you can see, there's one there with a big light. That's a shame we can't get inside, isn't it? And obviously I think this one is... I can get up a little bit and have a look in there. It's a bit slippery. Be careful. We can have a look in there. Like 1950s one. That's a shame we can't get in there to see them. There must be a small gauge railway that runs round in the summer. Although you wouldn't believe this is Easter. It's quite cold, see? Oh look, it even goes under there, look, for the kids to go on. I am a little bit annoyed that we cannot go inside the big buildings there where the trains are inside. That's really pissed me off. If I'd have known that, I would have sneaked in without paying. Because there's some really interesting stuff, but I suppose maybe they're a bit concerned about things being stolen. It's possible, isn't it? There's the terminal, or whatever you want to call it, platform. It's quite good, isn't it? Yeah, I bet there's some good stuff inside there as well, maybe. We'll see if we can get inside. So I just noticed you can come up here, and this is the original old platform. We'll take a look inside. Oh, that's an old sleeper carriage. Very posh by the looks of it. Right. The restaurant train. Oh, these ones are old, look. 1935. I suppose the steam trains still pull them, don't it? Oh, that's a post office one. 53 tons. You see the old rivets and stuff in that, can't you? So you see that's an old one. Oh, it's cold today. So I'm assuming this is all original, but I don't really know. And again, it's all locked up, but they've made it up to look like, well, that is the old station house, I suppose. Oh well, there's a little bit more down here that we haven't seen, but we did see it from afar. I'm still annoyed we can't get inside very much. It would have been nice. There's a first class wagon here, but again, we can't get in it. So there it is, first class, plenty of room. Not much different from now, is it? And comfortable seats by the looks of it. There's an early tank. These have been early as well. You can see the rivets. See the rivets on the design and how old the wheels are. Like I say, they were from during the war. You used to see them on fields where people had bought them old carriages from after the war, and obviously they were used for the matefits. You used to see them when they slide that door open. Poor buggers used to come out. That's all an early one, look, all the rivets. Same with this one as well. 1916, look. 1916. Oh, I'm freezing. Well, I'd have liked to have gone inside. Maybe there's more to see. We shall have a look. And there's the old ticket office. And obviously you'd have came in this bit and went through to the platform. This would have been the main entrance. I'm assuming that's all original. But you just don't know, do you? There's the actual railway, and that goes down to the station. That is actually Gavle station, the modern one. So no doubt this used to be the old station house here originally. Who knows? Well, you're able to get in one little building. You can see one little steam engine. Oh yeah, you can see quite a few bits. So this one's an early one. (1856). Manchester, like good old Great Britain. Prince August. So that's a British train. Thought it might be. Number 3 is an early one. So this one is the first locomotive to have been in Sweden, 1882. That even look an early one, doesn't it? So there it is, 1882, the first Steam locomotive in Sweden. This is an early carriage to go with the Fredriksson first steam engine, and oh, it's quite luxury in that one. Look, that surprised me. Look at that, 1800. You can see that the design is close design, just a bigger one than a horse and cart. You see the similarities, because obviously they take over from the horse and cart, didn't they? But no, this is normal class for normal people, which is not so comfortable, but still not bad for the 1800s. Do you know what I mean? I think they're showing you there where they first laid the rail track in the 1800s, 200 years ago. Here's another one. This is a very early carriage. Doesn't look like there's got to be much luxuries inside there. At the moment it's not possible to access the... Oh, it's a prison wagon, that's why the bars are on it. So that is for prisoners. Yeah, look at that. So they locked them up. That's good, isn't it? There's an old cool carriage. There's an old carriage from the mines. 1875 they're saying there, but that'd have probably been used even earlier than that. But that'd have been done by the pit ponies. There's the Fredriksson first locomotive in Sweden. I don't know why it's got 1955 on there. Maybe that's when they done it up. Because it's actually 1885. So this one is a 1914. So that would have been 30 years since they started it. And you can see how the size is changing. It's just ginormous. Obviously, to pull the amount of wagons that needed to be pulled, and then to put this bit in the back here to take the coal. So we're actually in, there's that turntable yard out there. So these are actually maybe in the original building, but I don't think they are. That's certainly a big one. Very big. And that's number 20, 1914. Very big stuff, look, Victorian era. Heavy duty, no messing around. I don't know if you can really see that, but that's the firebox. That's your level gauges, so you knew how much water you had, and your steam valves to let the steam through into the cylinders to start your movement.